Agency world is kind of brutal. Like you have to hit numbers, your training ground. You have to show up. This is when we were in office 5 days a week.
Yeah, remember that?
That's also not for me. You know what I mean? So going to this global company where I could be remote, where I had a bit more flexibility, I could kind of craft my role because it was a startup. It felt like...
Welcome to the podcast, where we introduce you to incredible humans who share their journeys with the mission to inspire you to harness your own inner tenacity to drive your life and career forward. And now, your host, Adam Posner.
It's really a small world here, and everyone knows my story. I transitioned into recruiting about 11 years ago, coming from the advertising agency world to recruiting, and it was tough. And for me, I needed to find the right place to work. I didn't want to go to a search firm that was just, smile and dial, the, Solomon Pages of the world. I didn't want to suit up or anything. And I stumbled into this firm called Onward Search. And what I loved about Onward Search is that they believed in me. They believed in my abilities. They knew they could teach me how to recruit, but they also knew that I had a Rolodex. They also knew that I was about to recruit for roles in advertising and marketing. And I worked 15 years in advertising and marketing. So this guy has something. And one of the first people I met there was Allie. And it's been a journey. Allie, welcome to the podcast. Why don't you just quickly tell everyone who you are, what you do best, and who you work for?
Okay. Before I do that, I just want to say, same. I went to Onward Search, and not to get into the tea, but I had a really bad experience before that. And I won't get into it because I think over drinks, we're going to have to talk about it in the way that I was treated, in the way that I was perceived. Right. And I had just come out as a queer person at that company. I didn't feel safe.
And it wasn't the right place for you.
It wasn't. And Onward Search approached me out of nowhere. And they said, we accept you for you. We're excited to have you.
Right.
You're smart. They empowered me. And I think we both kind of came for that reason.
And it kind of, first, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to they valued and believed in the relationships that people bring to the table in the world of recruiting.
Yes.
Right? They didn't believe, obviously you have to hit your numbers. Obviously we're a business. Obviously we're trying to make money there. And we do what we have to do. And we each have our stories there. I chose to leave Onward. And I look back at that and I'm like, was that the right choice?
I think so, because look where you are now.
Well, yes and no. Everything has a story.
Everything has a story. You craft your own path. And the same thing happened with me at Onward Search, where I was doing that work. I loved working with people. I loved recruiting, but I also loved music. And so on my free time, and I encourage everyone to do this, if you're not fully passionate about your day-to-day work, find something outside of work that you're you're having fun. Find people at work that aligns with your values. You like the people, but maybe you're not super stoked on the work you're doing. And outside of work, do what you love. And I started volunteering for a music company.
I love that.
And it was called Sofar Sounds. And then I met the founder of Sofar Sounds, and I pitched him a job to recruit for their company. And because I had all this great experience at Onward Search,
so that was your move into in-house.
That was my move to in-house.
You went from outhouse to in-house.
And then I moved into music. And now, and here I am today, still working in music.
So it's so funny too. So when Allie and I reconnected and I saw she's at SoundCloud, I live on SoundCloud. I've been on SoundCloud since day one. I have a lot of friends that are DJs. That's where they post and everything. I'm like, oh my God, holy shit, she works with SoundCloud? I love SoundCloud. And by the way, I still have to send you my SoundCloud playlist.
Please.
I mean, I use SoundCloud to curate. How is that transition for you going from agency side to in-house? Is that hard?
No, I don't think it was hard at all. I think
it's harder going the other way.
I was going to say the agency world is kind of brutal. You have to hit numbers, your training ground. You have to show up. This is when we were in office 5 days a week.
Yeah, remember that?
That's also not for me. You know what I mean? So going to this global company where I could be remote, where I had a bit more flexibility, I could kind of craft my role because it was a startup. It felt like things were in my hands, which I like. I really enjoy control.
But the control also gives you the ability to be best at your job.
Exactly.
So it's not a double-edged sword. It's a door opener, because when you're giving somebody that trust and freedom, when we're saying output over hours, you're going to be shocked how well most people do in that environment. 100%. Listen, there's always outliers where people will suck and take advantage of it.
Yeah.
That's the exception, not the rule.
Well, yes, and you identify those people and you try to get rid of them, or you coach them.
Or you work to improve them. Yes. We don't get rid of everybody.
We don't just fire people.
Fire.
Adam, we try to coach.
We do coach them.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That means it's not the place for them. Maybe they do need more structure. For me, I like a little flexibility. And I think if you do like that, find roles that are, you can feel that in the interview process where there's things that you can investigate. There's tools that you can bring on. There's people that you can persuade to do different things. And that's really, I think, what I've been chasing. And what I can do at SoundCloud too is really make an impact in the ways of working. And it's flexible. I can be in the office, but I can also work from home. I can be here and my team trusts me. It's kind of giving
So let's
everything.
talk about your job a little bit.
Yeah.
What's under your remit? What are you responsible for?
As the VP of People and Culture, it's really important that I understand leadership, I understand our managers, and I understand how people are feeling. And then from there, I can help the business make decisions. So whether it's change management, structure changes, leadership trainings, just generally our processes, are they like strong enough? Are policies strong enough? What do we need to update? I kind of go from there. So right now we don't have, something I've identified is we don't have clear values. And that's our guiding light. So that's really what I'm excited to work on next.
Is it a reason, like, it's so interesting too, because I find a lot of time companies' values are sometimes bullshit. They're kind of performative, like you put them up there. So how does a company create, like, what's the value creation process to identify what's important to our company and ensure that these are what we're living by, this is what we're hiring by, this is what we're using to assess and filter candidates by? Do they live up to that? I never really talk about this. What is that value create? How did you work with the in-house team there to create these value guidelines?
It has to first be a decision made by the executives that we want to focus on this. If I went to the CEO and I said, I would love to create values, I don't think it would work. He said to the company, it's a big mission of the year. Everyone knows about it, and that we are creating new values. That's where it has to start.
It always has to start. The leadership has to say, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, like I'm not putting a poster on a wall with 5 values and being like, here they are. Like that just is eye roll. It's kind of BS.
Cringe. Yeah.
It's cringe.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. And so it's not going to be this like, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be created intentionally, really coming from our executives and saying, how do we want our people to behave and feel here? And then I really kind of pressure test it. And we ask some of our culture keepers at the company, how's this feeling?
You have to test it.
There's a whole rollout plan, by the way. It's not like you just do this 1 week.
It's not one email that goes out to everybody and say, here's our new culture's value. Everybody follow it. It's to get everyone on board. You have to have acceptance. You have to have people saying, okay, we're going to adopt it and try. So what's one of those cultures? What's one of those cultures that's inherently unique to SoundCloud?
Say more. Like in what way?
Like listen, we could say respect, work hard. I'm just making some up. Respect, work hard. Clear communication. What's something that was very inherently unique? Well, maybe not unique to everybody, but what's something that's really important out of those values?
I think when I joined, one of the biggest motivators for me is that our CEO and our executives, they are trying to work on being more transparent on things that they can be. You cannot be transparent about everything. We know this.
Let's just be fair. Not everything's meant to be transparent.
No, not everything. We
Fair,
can't know
good
everything.
point.
I can't know
Hot
everything. Like I have so many hot takes, but I think one of them is that it's okay for leadership to share some hard truths and be transparent when they can. And that is something I'm excited to see more of at SoundCloud and every company, really. There should be a culture of no surprises. And that's what I'm hoping for.
A culture of no surprises.
What if your employees had one central hub to handle real life? Meet Overalls, a smarter way to support your team, combining expert life concierges with AI to solve everyday challenges across healthcare, caregiving, benefits, insurance, finances, life administration, and more. From start to finish, Overall handles all of the details, using existing benefits where they fit and filling the gaps where they don't. So employees save time, reduce stress, and stay focused at work, while employers boost engagement to get more value from their benefits. Overalls was just named to Fast Company's 2026 list of the world's most innovative companies, ranking number 7 in workplace category and earning a spot on the Small and Mighty list. Founded in 2021 and based in New York, Overalls is redefining how work supports life, helping employees from Reddit, Patreon, Beatbox, and more cross pesky to-dos off their list every day. Find out more at getoveralls.com. Thanks.
Because there's nothing worse, I swear to God, there's nothing worse than being sold a wrong bill of goods as a candidate.
I mean,
right? Like they come in and you have this like optics and it looks so awesome and we love working here and everyone's all happy. And then on like day one, you're like,
You're like, wait, I didn't know this. It's
I didn't
like
sign up for this.
a relationship. You get in with you're dating someone, and then 5 months in, you find out they have a dog with their ex, and you're like, wait a second, now
I'm not a dog person.
We have to coordinate with your ex every 2 weeks.
She's still in he or
my
she or
partner
them right there in
has-
your life, and you're like, no way.
My partner has a dog with her ex.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah,
Is
but
this
it's
real
not
life
a big
story?
deal. It's not a big deal, Mel. We're good. But I knew that she had a dog. But
So do you
imagine
call
if I
it?
didn't.
Do you call the dog your ex dog?
I guess I'm like my
Is it not your
stepchild.
dog?
My stepchild.
Are you a co-parent?
I guess.
Is there like visitation rights?
We
Does it work?
definitely.
How does that work?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
We digress.
Sidebar.
I also have a cat.
And so, how involved are you in the day-to-day in the hiring process
In
and
the-
working with the recruitment team?
Yes, good question. So we have
It was
a
a hard. We
talent
call that a
team.
hard pivot in my world.
Thank you. We have a talent team, and we have a great VP of talent. And so I partner with her to make sure that I'm giving her feedback on what's happening from the manager perspective. Because really, my partners are the managers in leadership at the company.
So you're kind of sitting at this intersection from when we're talking about the candidate experience and the recruitment process from the people and culture perspective. Keep me straight here. So you work with the hiring managers and the talent team to make sure that everyone's simpatico and on the same
Exactly.
page. How do you do that? That seems like that's a tough bill.
Well, I have a really busy schedule. I'm meeting with managers on a daily basis, and especially the ones who are trying to build their teams and trying to structure them correctly. And so I work with them to really go through change management. How is this going to impact their teams? How are we onboarding in a really positive, exciting way? And the talent team then just has to find the right talent. And so when they're
It's that easy. We just have
it's
to
just
find
that
it.
easy.
It's all us recruiters do. We just got to find.
It's
Do you miss
just-
recruiting?
I do. 'Cause
Okay.
It was
Do you ever
always,
step in like a
Yeah.
like a pinch hitter in a baseball game? Now batting number 7.
Yeah, if I can refer
Allie
someone, yeah. The problem with being in this people partner, this VP people role, is people come to me with problems. You know, people are coming to me with sometimes sad stuff, sometimes hard
Yeah.
stuff. When you're a recruiter, mostly you're making people's day. You're giving people,
Or you're saying no a lot.
No, but you're also getting to say,
Yes.
"Here's your dream job."
Is
That's what I loved about recruitment.
Guys, by the way, everyone out there listening, that's why we're in the people business. I don't care how long you've been a recruiter for, when you're a candidate, whether you're agency recruiter, in-house recruiter, when that person accepts the offer, that's like, you did it.
No, it's iconic. It makes
It's a
your
high.
day. Yeah,
Do you remember-
you get the offer.
do
It
you-
feels like you're getting the
Do
offer.
you remember your first deal in agency recruiting, the first deal you ever closed?
No.
You don't. And
But
I'll
I
share my
remember
story later.
first fun. Yeah, you should share your story. But I remember my first fun deal was with, I think it was with Tiffany and Co.
Oh.
That was like, I think we'd never had them as a client, and I'd always, breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah,
I moved from
that's
Virginia
fun.
to New York, and here I am, and I was like, okay, I'm working for Tiffany's basically. Like, that's pretty sick. So that was very cool for me. What was
That's pretty
yours?
cool. Well, I'll share. So my first candidate that I ever hired got let go 89 days into a 90-day guarantee.
Oh no.
So I lost my first deal, and the client said because they suspected him of doing drugs. So
Bias.
what do you think my first question to them was?
How do you know?
My first question was, what drugs? I mean, we work in agency world here. So like,
Well,
there's a big
'Cause
difference
here's the
between
thing.
smoking a little reefer and then being a full-on heroin addict.
Exactly.
Like, there's a big difference here, people. Anyway, we digress here on the
Wait, so
podcast.
did you
Um,
find out?
No, I never found out. So we're here with our friends at Overalls. I got to ask a question around benefits here.
Yeah.
What's one of those benefits at SoundCloud outside of health, vision, dental that they love? What's one of those cool benefits that you have there?
Everyone at the company gets $1,600 for learning and development.
Okay.
And not every company does that. Like, I think
They can use it for a conference. They can
You-
use it for online courses.
exactly. And we're a music company, so you can also get creative with it. Like, what if there's a music element to your role, can you get that involved in your learning and development? I think that is an investment that, yes, it's a cost, but it pays off. for
Well,
the
how
company.
important are those benefits in the consideration process as a candidate moving to be a potential employee? Like, do they really give a shit? Like, people really care?
People give a shit, but you have to figure out what do they give a shit about. And you learn that through the recruitment process. So you're like, if they drop the fact that they have a pet in the recruitment process, oh, we've got spot pet insurance.
How important is pet insurance?
I mean, if they drop the fact that how important, I don't know. I'm paying for it,
well, what about? Well, let's talk.
but it is, I guess.
Well, let's talk about this too. We live in a very modern world right now. What if you live in a state
Yeah.
that's, let's just say, not as accepting on, same-sex marriages and stuff like that? What if there was a service to really help you navigate some of the legal stuff? maybe you and your partner are trying to figure out how do we get a credit, like something else, how do we get a Cobra? And that's it. I mean, that's some of the cool stuff that Overall does, right?
Exactly.
Like, and offering that to a candidate, I feel those are the life concierge. Like those things like, you know what? My company really cares about me. They're offering.
Wouldn't it be easier if I could just talk to someone about
I don't have to find
travel,
Yeah.
or I could talk to someone about this navigating my potential marriage or domestic partnership in the city I live in.
like a resource that's going to say, you know what? But it's your company helping you.
Yeah.
That means your company has your back.
I mean, that would really, it could sell someone to take the job. If
It
someone's a
definitely could.
really hot candidate, they're an engineer, they're making
Yeah.
300K at Amazon, but they don't have something like Overall or something that
It's
where they
something.
can say, oh, you know what? That's going to really help me in this area of my life. That's why you have to know your candidates so that you can realize like these are the benefits we should have.
These aren't afterthoughts, people. So let's wrap it up here with Allie. So is this your first transform?
Yeah.
Is it a little overwhelming?
Yeah.
It is.
I am an extrovert, if you
Yeah.
can't tell, but it's still pretty intense.
So my advice to you is take small bites of this, step out, try to obviously get some fresh air,
Yeah.
touch grass, get some oxygen in your lungs, hydrate, but also don't be afraid to walk out of a session. And
I'm
I
not
tell people
afraid
this, I
to
go, don't be,
Irish.
yeah, I'm like Irish exit your way out of there.
I will leave. If I just need to leave somewhere, I'm gonna leave. But I usually am there because I don't want to miss. It's the FOMO.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss anything.
Well,
I will say it's overwhelming here, but I will also say it's worth it. You get to meet connections,
Yeah.
and there's people screaming and dancing. And I
That-
think Busta Rhymes is performing tomorrow night, which is
you're not going to be here.
no.
I always.
It'll probably be in the SoundCloud office soon.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, Allie Shulman, tell everyone where they can find you. Where can they connect? Where can they learn more?
You can find me on LinkedIn
On SoundCloud.
and on SoundCloud. Find me, and you
Ooh.
can find Adam on SoundCloud as well.
Hottest band or group or whatever you're into right
Oh
now.
my God.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. Yes.
Wet Leg.
Period. I mean that.
And my 13-year-old
to
daughter,
agree.
we listen together. The lyrics are obviously inappropriate, but we rock out in the car. Like
Yeah.
Man Get, I'm like, Nina, you should not be singing this song.
I was singing Candy Shop in 5th grade. It's not appropriate, but I was doing
fitty.
it.
It's
You know,
fitty.
it's fitty. I think Wet Leg, Alabama Shakes,
Yeah.
amazing. And then if you get into Chance the Rapper was just in The Office.
Oh, that's cool.
French Montana was just in. There's so many
Yeah.
new great rappers, DJs on this scene. Fred
We
again.
just saw Luke Combs here Saturday night at Allegiant Stadium. My wife came for the weekend, and I'm not into Luke Combs. I was not into him yet.
Yeah.
It was my first country music rock show. Game changer. It was
Sometimes
rocking.
country hits.
It
I'm
didn't
not a
just hit
big
a slap.
country fan, but sometimes
It was good.
sometimes it
good.
hits.
Allie Shulman, everybody on the podcast.
Thanks for
Full
having me.
circle. Thank you so much. Thanks, friend.
So fun.
Wisdom is forever, but for us, it's time to go. Thank you for joining us. Luckily, we'll be back with our next episode soon, jam-packed with more incredible humans. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and sharing. To join the conversation, search the podcast on LinkedIn. And to catch up on past episodes and more info, please visit www.thepodcast.com.